Hello, and welcome back to the channel. I'm your coach. If you're struggling with the inevitable aches of aging, like morning stiffness, sudden instability, or noticeable memory fog, it's time to look toward Japan, the global leader in centenarians. The amazing thing is, these Japanese elders don't rely on expensive gym memberships. They maintain incredible functional independence, self-care, mobility, purely through daily habits. For years, many assumed the secret was diet, but a groundbreaking 5-year study involving US and Japanese medical institutions proved otherwise. The secret lies in 6 simple movements integrated into their daily life. The data is powerful. Participants practicing these movements showed 40% less cognitive decline, maintained more flexible joints, and had balanced systems functioning like people 20 years younger. American doctors now identify this as the most overlooked key to healthy aging. We are about to reveal these 6 movements. The first is foundational, but the last one, a simple 2-minute towel exercise, was shown to increase life expectancy by 7 years in a 15,000 senior study, while simultaneously activating critical neural pathways in the brain. Before we dive in, let us know in the comments. If you could have one health superpower in your 70s, would it be mobility or memory? Now, let's start with the foundation. 6. The art of slow walking, sampo. This movement may seem too simple, but the Japanese treat sampo like medicine. Sampo is intentional, mindful walking at about half the normal pace, typically done for 20 to 30 minutes every morning. The core difference is the breathing rhythm. Inhale for 2 steps, hold for 2 steps, and exhale slowly for 4 steps. This 2-2-4 pattern powerfully activates the vagus nerve, the highway that shifts your nervous system from stress mode to rest mode. U.S. physicians now prescribe this breath work to manage anxiety, chronic pain, and high blood pressure. You are using your breath to chemically calm your body. A 2019 study showed that daily sampo practitioners had 62% less arterial stiffness and saw a significant drop in blood pressure, 12 points systolic average. For technique, the slow pace forces a complete heel, arch, toe roll, sending vital proprioceptive signals to the brain, which is key for balance. For safety optimization, keep your eyes focused straight ahead 10 to 15 feet, not at your feet. This trains your vestibular system, inner ear, which is crucial for preventing falls. Practice in the morning is best. Avoid treadmills. When possible, choose varied terrain, grass, dirt, as the University of Tokyo found natural surfaces improve joint mobility by 20% compared to walking only on concrete. Number 5. Daily stretching, radio taiso. Movement number 5 is radio taiso, radio calisthenics. Every morning at 6:30, millions in Japan perform this synchronized routine. This is not high-impact exercise. It's a continuous flowing sequence of 13 dynamic stretches performed in 3 minutes and 15 seconds. There is no static holding, just gentle movement. The science, these dynamic motions act as a pump, boosting the production of synovial fluid by up to 30%. This fluid is the essential oil for your body's hinges. Daily radio taiso practitioners showed 40% fewer falls and 55% less chronic back pain. U.S. Field Therapy Insight, this dynamic movement is highly recommended for managing early osteoarthritis and chronic stiffness. It warms tissues and strengthens surrounding muscles without the jarring impact of traditional workouts. It is proactive daily joint maintenance. The routine includes gentle arm raises, shoulder rotations, spinal twists, and shallow squats. Crucial timing. Perform this immediately upon waking to utilize natural growth hormone peaks when connective tissues are most responsive to stretching. The movements should always feel smooth, like moving through warm honey. Studies also show employees who practice radio taiso take 30% fewer sick days. Next, we explore the movement that protects your brain and body simultaneously. Before we continue, if you find this science helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe. The two most critical movements for independence and longevity. The single most urgent physical skill most people over 60 begin to lose is the ability to simply get up and down from the floor unassisted. This inability is a powerful predictor of future decline. We've discussed consistent, gentle movement. Now we turn our attention to the two core movements that directly secure your long-term independence, the ability to manage your body in space and your resilience against gravity. Number 4, the sitting-rising transition, your ultimate longevity test. In Japan and other long-living cultures, people spend significant time on the floor. This habit of constantly transitioning from standing to sitting on the ground and back up is the unintentional secret behind what doctors call the sitting-rising test. This simple test asks you to sit down on the floor and then rise back up using the minimum support necessary. It's a complex movement that simultaneously measures 4 pillars of physical health: muscle strength, flexibility, dynamic balance, and body composition. Studies that tracked thousands of adults have shown that your score on this test is a direct and powerful predictor of your long-term health span. Those who score the lowest are 5 to 6 times more likely to face serious mobility issues and premature mortality compared to those who can rise easily. Every single point you gain on this test signals a significant improvement in your functional reserve. Why this works? Functional reserve and independence. U.S. medical experts emphasize that this ability is crucial because it trains your eccentric strength, the controlled lowering phase, which is the muscle action most responsible for preventing falls and absorbing impact. Maintaining this floor-to-stand ability significantly lowers your risk of a long lie, being left stranded on the floor after a trip, which is a major risk factor for older adults. Practical application: training your transitions. To build this skill safely, start by practicing the components.
Assisted descent. Start in front of a sturdy chair. Lower yourself as far as you can, using the chair only for light balance support. Gradually reduce the height of your starting seat. Floor sitting habit. Integrate floor sitting while doing everyday tasks, like watching TV or playing with grandchildren. This forces your body to constantly adjust, strengthening stabilizing muscles that chairs neglect. The ascent. Practice rising from the floor or a low stool using a half-kneeling strategy first. The ultimate goal is to stand up with no hands, training the quick, explosive power needed to recover from a stumble in real life. Now we move from full-body mobility to the single greatest indicator of your brain-body connection. 3. Single-leg standing, ashidachi. Japanese physicians have long prescribed standing on one leg for a minute twice daily as preventative medicine. The data supporting this is now globally recognized. This practice is the gold standard for maintaining dynamic balance. When you lift one foot, your brain is instantly flooded with data from your vision, your inner ear, the vestibular system, and the sensors in your feet, proprioceptors. Your brain is forced to process this data at lightning speed and command thousands of micro adjustments to keep you upright. This gentle, consistent challenge is how you maintain a fast reaction time as you age. Why this works? The 10-second survival marker. Recent major studies published in prominent medical journals have confirmed just how important this is. They found that the inability to stand unsupported on one leg for a full 10 seconds was associated with an 84% higher risk of death from any cause within the next decade. The conclusion is clear. This test is a powerful barometer of overall health because it requires the optimal integrated functioning of your muscular, vascular, and brain systems. A failure signals a significant deterioration in one or more of these systems. U.S. geriatric specialists explain that this practice is a potent form of neuroplasticity training. By challenging your balance, you are forcing the parts of the brain responsible for coordination and movement to grow and form new connections, making your brain younger and faster. Practical application, the habit stack. Integrate this movement into habits you already perform. The brushing stack. Stand on one leg for 30 seconds while brushing your teeth, then switch legs for the remaining time. Repeat this morning and night for 2 full minutes of essential balance work. Kitchen counter safety. Always start near a sturdy counter or wall for safety. Lift one foot and focus your eyes on a fixed point. The closed eye challenge, advanced. Once you can comfortably hold 30 seconds, try closing your eyes for a few seconds at a time. This removes your visual input, forcing your inner ear and foot sensors to take over, dramatically accelerating your balance training. Always prioritize safety first. By mastering the transitions of the floor and the stability of the single leg, you are building the ultimate foundation for an active and independent life well into your later years. We've covered the ground-level work, the stabilization, and the functional strength necessary for your independence. Now we dive into the final 2 and most crucial movements that protect your brain and your everyday grip on life. 2. The brain-boosting movement, the sitting-to-standing transfer. Movement number 2 is the controlled floor transfer, which ties directly into the sitting-rising test we discussed. While the test measures the ability to rise, this movement is the deliberate practice of getting up and down from the floor several times a day. Why is this so vital? In Japanese and Blue Zone homes, floor seating is normal. They don't just sit once and stay there. They are constantly changing postures, shifting, and rising. This constant, dynamic movement is a secret cognitive workout. Why this works? The brain-body synapse. 30% enhancement. Researchers at the NIH have focused heavily on the benefits of unpredictable movement for brain health. Think about sitting in a soft chair versus sitting cross-legged on the floor. When you're on the floor, your body is perpetually unbalanced. Your core, hips, and lower back muscles are always making tiny, unconscious firing adjustments to keep you upright. This continuous need for stability demands massive input from the cerebellum, the brain region responsible for motor control and balance. In essence, the simple act of shifting positions on the floor is forcing your brain and muscles to communicate rapidly and continuously. It's like high-speed internet for your nervous system. This increased neuromuscular integration is precisely what protects against age-related cognitive decline. The more your body moves in complex, non-linear ways, the more robust the neural pathways remain. Regular floor transfers train your body to quickly find the safest, most efficient path to stand up, which is exactly the skill you need to recover instantly from a trip in the garden or on the sidewalk. Practical application, integrating floor time. Aim to accumulate 10 to 15 minutes of non-chair sitting every day. Mindful transitions. Instead of just dropping onto a sofa, lower yourself to the floor slowly. Practice different rising techniques like the half-kneeling method, getting one knee up first, or the crisscross technique using minimal hands. The reading spot. Designate one corner of your living room for reading or puzzles where you must sit on a cushion on the floor. 1. The cognitive grip strength exercise, the towel twist. We've saved the most impactful movement for last. This final exercise, the towel twist, requires only 2 minutes and a hand towel, yet its benefits span from preventing falls to boosting brain function. Grip strength is one of the most powerful markers of biological age. Numerous studies show that weakened hand grip is strongly correlated with a higher risk of heart disease, respiratory issues, and functional decline. The Japanese have known this intuitively, utilizing simple manual tasks to maintain hand and forearm strength. The towel twist is their answer.
It's a simple, high-resistance isometric exercise. Why this works? The brain-hand highway. 30% enhancement. The connection between your hand grip and your brain is profound. The areas of your brain that control your fingers and hands, motor and sensory cortex, are disproportionately large, representing a significant portion of your neural real estate. A major study on older adults found that just 12 weeks of dedicated grip training led to measurable improvements in executive function, the brain skills needed for planning, problem-solving, and attention. This suggests that intensely stimulating the hand muscles sends a powerful signal to the brain, maintaining the clarity and speed of neural pathways. Furthermore, a large-scale study of 15,000 seniors concluded that consistently high grip strength was associated with a 7-year increase in average life expectancy. The towel twist is a direct, zero-impact way to train this critical longevity marker. The technique. The 2-minute habit. Preparation. Hold a small hand towel horizontally with both hands, arms extended slightly in front of you. The twist. Twist the towel by rotating your hands in opposite directions, one wrist rotating up, the other down, as hard as you can, wringing it out as if trying to squeeze every drop of water from it. The hold. Hold the maximum tension for 5 to 10 seconds. You should feel the burn deep in your forearms and shoulders. The switch. Relax briefly, then immediately twist the towel in the opposite direction for another 5 to 10 seconds. Routine. Repeat this alternating twist for a total of 2 minutes or approximately 10 to 12 twists. This simple routine simultaneously builds grip strength, forearm muscle, and mobilizes the shoulder joints, all while providing the powerful sensory input your brain needs to stay sharp. Conclusion: the path to lifelong independence. We've covered a lot of ground today, but the message is beautifully simple. Longevity isn't a miracle. It's the result of consistent, intentional, gentle movement. The Japanese model proves you don't need intense workouts or complex machines. You need daily habits that respect the natural functions of your body. Independence in your 80s and 90s isn't luck. It's a decision you make today with small, powerful habits. Which of these 6 habits, the towel twist, the floor transition, or the single leg stand, will you commit to starting today? Tell us in the comments. If this video helped you understand the power of simple, science-backed movement, please like it and subscribe for more trusted health secrets designed for life after 60.